welcome along and welcome back to Haut Beyleron. We've got a busy day today. We've got lots of bits and pieces to get done. We need to get some water for our greenhouse and for our cows, so both of those need doing. We need to get some sugar down to the bakery in order to get the last couple of bits done for the cakes, where we've got those sorting. We've got to get some sunflowers into the windmill to try and squeeze as much sunflower oil as we can out of that. And yeah, we generally got a lot of stuff to transport around and get done. So it's going to be a bit of a heavy transport day, but it's going to get us very, very close to our goal of baking cakes by the end of the episode after next. So we'll see how that goes. First, though, we need to go and get some water.
Before we get started on the farm, I'm excited to announce that this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. One of the most often asked questions I see is, what spec machine do you need to play Farming Simulator 22? So I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create my own custom line of PCs suitable for everybody from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. They're also great for many other games, from Euro Truck Simulator 2 to 7 Days to Die and Apex Legends, and the higher spec machines are perfect for streaming and content creation too. While pre-built PCs are more expensive than building one yourself, this is perfect for those who don't know how to do this or want to have someone build a high quality machine for them. You can offset this too, as Apex Gaming PCs are offering up to $250 off your next purchase, just by using my link in the description below. So go check them out.
Now, one thing I hadn't considered, is the river going to be frozen over? Can we actually get access to the water to refill it? We're going to have to do like 2 or 3 trips today. So it's going to be quite difficult if we've got no access to water. Let's get around the tree, get this backed in. Yeah. Best spot is just down here by the tree, and it's nice and liquid. Perfect. Yeah, all this snow on the ground causes so much issue. Does make it great for us though to do the transport jobs like this on a day like this. It means we can top everything up, keep everything going, and make sure everything works well. Oh, forwards. But we can only take 4,000 liters of water at a time with this, because that hits the weight limit for our truck. So it's quite slightly annoying because we can't get the full whack of water that we want. But we can get a good amount, and this does work pretty well and keeps our costs down as well, and keeps our TLX 2020 really useful on the farm too. First thing to get a drink today is going to be our greenhouses. We want to get those doing some tomatoes again, so let's drop that off. If we head over here, we can see, yeah, we've got 7,253 liters of sunflowers going through here. We still have plenty of space to get more in, which is good, because left over from last season, we still have 15,432 sunflowers in there. These are going to sell next month, so we need to load those up and get the rest of that sunflower oil out. And yeah, March is going to be our sunflower selling month, which is going to be great. Right, now that we got some water into our greenhouses, it's back down to the river and then heading up to the cows. So this is actually my second trip back to the farm with a trailer full, or a tanker full of water. I did a second load into the greenhouse, taking it up to 8,000 liters, and now we are heading up to the cows with this third tanker. So when I say second trip, I mean second trip since I went and tipped out that first one. It's quite beautiful up here in the winter sunshine. We've got a fairly low sun, and it doesn't get very high during the daylight hours in February, but it does look absolutely gorgeous. Now we need to bring this up here, and I think the unload point for this is around here somewhere. No, it's further up here. That's the loading point. We want the unload point, which is there. And now we can have a look at our cows. So our cows have a good amount of feed. They've now got a good amount of water. We've got 3,000 litres of milk so far. Now, ideally for baking our cakes, we want 4,000 litres because our cake production takes 2 of everything. And we're basically trying to hit that 4,000 litre mark with everything. So we're going to go and sort out the sugar in a moment. We've got plenty of flour for it. And it's just the milk. We're just going to need that extra 1,000 litres of milk. So I'll probably do one more run with the tanker today and do the milk. So what we'll do is we'll back this up here. And the point at which we want to load the milk in, which is about here-ish, I think. Yep. What we'll do is we will drop our tanker off here for now. And we're going to head back down to the farm because I want to get the loading trailer on, our box it trailer, get the tomatoes we've got because our tomato production is going to take a little while to get moving again now that we've put the water in. And we'll go and sell those tomatoes, and then I want to head down to back off, that was close. Then I want to head down to the shop, and we need 4,000 litres of sugar, and we're going to go buy pallets of sugar, and we're going to take them down to the bakery, and then we can go and sell the pallets of bread we've got down there, and with any luck we might get some more milk by that point, and hopefully at the end of the day be able to take 4,000 litres of milk down to the bakery and get the cake production started. As I said, I want to sell my first cakes in a couple of episodes time. We've got a fair amount to be doing next time anyway. Beyond that, so yeah, if we can give it a couple of months to actually produce some cakes, that would be great. 1,000 litres of tomatoes is going to be a nice little boost to us though, as we pull into Le Jardin de Fermier farm shop. Let's bring it around here. Yeah, and then we can open the back of our trailer like so, sell those off. And there we go. Actually, that's over £1,000 for that lot. So that's really good. Now we've got to go to pretty much the diagonally opposite side of the map. Certainly quite a trip over. Because the place to fill up the sugar is down at the machinery shop. Now, I would probably have had sugar available to me to do this ages ago if there was a sugar factory available on this map. There isn't, and so, yeah, I'm not able to... I wasn't able to process the sugar from the contracts we did several episodes ago. Let's pop into the shop. And over here. So, our solution has been to grab this industrial sugar mod. 1,550 for a pallet of sugar of 1,000 litres. Is there... I think there might be a big bag as well, but I'm going... Yeah. So, yeah, same price, whether I get it in the big bag or in the pallets. As we're purchasing it here, boxing it up, and delivering it straight to our bakery, I have no qualms at all about buying 4 pallets like this. So 1, yes, 4, yes. And yeah, if you think I can't count, that's because I wanted to cut the middle of that out. Let's head back. I promise you there truly are 4 pallets here to load up. So I am going to still use the forklift. I know that I can just back this up and load it up, but we have a forklift down at the shop, and we should be using it where we can to lift pallets and things and get them reboxed. So let's do that. I don't like being... I don't like not manually doing things in Farm Sim. It irks me, actually. Auto-loading and all that kind of stuff is just not something I'm looking to do. I much prefer to get all of this done myself by hand and feel like I've achieved something by doing it. It partly comes from in the early days of me playing Farm Sim. I got to the point with Courseplay once where I had my entire farm automated. I had my combines going to the fields automatically. I had them cutting the fields, and the tractors loading up, transporting and delivering. I had tractors coming from the woodlands area with wood chips and unloading their wood chips automatically. Once I'd done a whole load of wood chipping, and yeah, it got to the point where I went, you know what, I actually want to do this myself. Still use Courseplay for some things, but nowhere near as much as I used to. Yeah, and I haven't even downloaded AutoDrive, which of course is the whole side of things now that allow you to automate travel beyond the base game automation. And yeah, I find the base game hired workers work fine for me for getting vehicles and equipment around the map. So yeah, no need for auto drive at the moment. Maybe one day I'll find a situation where I really want to use it. But today is not that day. We are loaded up with the sugar, so let's park up the shop's forklift there. Close up the back of this, and yeah, 4,000 litres of industrial sugar ready for us to bake some cakes. Let us get it down to the bakery. Once I've unloaded this today, what I want to do is then load up our bread that we got. We've got 2 pallets of bread here ready to go. So we'll unload this sugar like so. And yeah, now we're down to 399 litres of sugar. So just about 4,000 litres of sugar. There's always some rounding errors and things, bits like that in Farm Sim. And then back this up here and load in our pallets of bread. Get them boxed up, ready for sale. Got last one in. There we go. Yeah, I said I don't like the auto load, but here we're reboxing them ready for transport. It's I don't like using it mostly. And we do have strict rules on how we're allowed to use the auto load of this box it trailer on this map. Something I didn't check while we were down at the shop was what's available used today. We'll have a check of that in a moment, because there might be something good in there. For now, let's pull this in here, and right, this should be where this unloads. I've got the indicators turned off at the moment. There we go, 5,243. I think, yeah, that has just very, very neatly offset the cost of our sugar. That's brilliant. That has basically, that bread has bought our sugar. So back down to the farm. We need to sort these sunflowers out next. First, I need to put my box it trailer back in position. So what we're going to do is open up the back, bring it round, and yeah, position it so that it can automatically, or that we can immediately box up and put into the trailer our tomatoes. Forward slightly. I think there should do it. Disconnect that. And then the flatbed. Actually, no, we'll park this under the flatbed. But we're not going to be putting the flatbed back on quite yet, because, as I said at the beginning, I want to go and transport any milk that is with our cows today. Let's just turn that off. Because, here we are. Milk with our cows. We're up to 3,062. So I want to maximize the amount of milk we can get in to start that production of the cakes. So we want to grab this tractor. I don't think it matters. Both our tractors, all three of our tractors actually, are of a very similar sort of horsepower. We can use the Z-Tour for this. So let's grab that. Looks like the snow gets under our shed here. Causes us issues with that. Means that everything isn't really protected under here. I think continuing on, I would want to get a nice new barn for in here. And something a little more enclosed. There's a few good barns actually kicking about. Lancey Boy's got quite a few. I've used a few of those on Realism Experiment on Calmsden and places like that. And there's a couple of other great ones kicking about too. Right, sunflowers. There we are. 15,000 litres. Let's load that into the trailer. And then we should be able to just park the tractor over by the windmill. And just keep feeding these in. What does worry me is how full is our capacity for sunflowers. So we might need to move some out the way. We've got quite a bit already stacked over by the house. Open that up. And get this reversed up and in. Like so. Right up. There we are. And if all of these go in, that will be great. Otherwise, I think... Actually, have all those gone in? All of those got in. So we don't have to park this here. We can just drive this around, put this all away, and now we're going to just keep creating sunflower oil. As I said, what I want to check quickly before we go any further, though, is exactly how much space we have for any sunflower oil that's comes in here. We want to make sure that we can keep the production of the sunflower oil going over the next month, because we've got a lot of it to transport next time. It's going to be fairly transport heavy, I think, for the last couple of episodes on here. So we've only got 820 litres of sunflowers in here. And yeah, we're not really storing anything at the moment. 820 litres actually goes not very far in the storage. So we've got a 2-to-1 ratio. This is going to create 11,000 litres. I think we're going to have to make some space between now and next time. Because, yeah, that is 1,000 litres per one there. I think we'll move those. While we've got the time, it makes sense for us to move those. And then we know that there's going to be enough space available to us when we come to do that. So reverse, please. Forwards. Now that little visual glitch you saw there a moment ago is a mixture of me having the no camera collision mod and just clipping through the roof of the building. It's actually quite a cool thing, because that basically shows you what the game does when it has a building in the way of something you're seeing, and how it reduces the load on the PC when it does that, because it just no longer renders anything it can't see, or anything it thinks it can't see in this case. And yeah, that just helps performance no end, and was something that they introduced with FS22, and I really love it. The fact that it does create me a visual glitch with that mod every so often is minor compared to the performance that it's helping to add to the game. Last pallet of sunflower oil for now, until our windmill creates some more. But that should create enough space now to safely produce the rest of our sunflower oil. And then we can get all of this sold next month. This is the culmination of our crop from last year. And it should make us a lot of money. Right. Is that on there? That's on there. Perfect. Yeah, how many? So that's 12,000 liters there. We've got another 11,000 liters to come. That is going to make an awful lot of money. I think it's 3,000 liters a pop. So let's just double check that. Costs of, or price for selling sunflower oil. There it is. 3,914. Top price is expected to be 3,902. Wow. So it looks like we might end up with a higher price than the top price. I've sold at what I thought is the top price before like that. I'm gonna resist this time. We'll see whether this comes to bite me in the butt, but that is above top price at the moment. And I'm kind of hoping it's going to go higher. Snow's all melted. So the ground is looking nice and fresh again. We've got our fields here that are ready to get planted soon. We might plant those in March. I mean, we're not going to be able to see through to the harvest, unfortunately. But yeah, we might still get those planted this year. Let's pop up the top, though, and go and grab ourselves some milk and get that transported down to our bakery. Because, yeah, it's time to get the cake started. Off the road and up to our dairy cows. Just a little group of dairy cows. All good. And back it up. There we go. Right. How much liters of milk have we got? 3,125. So we're going to take all of that. It's not quite the full amount we can transport, but it will be enough for us to get the cake making started, and should ensure that by the end of 2 episodes time we have cakes to sell, which is, yeah, gonna be brilliant. I'm so pleased. This is the last ingredient we need to get the cakes going, and pretty much ensures that we're gonna make some cakes in time. And I'm just a little wary because I've done cakes before. I did it on a live stream for a birthday live stream, and it took ages to produce them. So yeah, I'm giving myself a nice wide berth here, where we can actually make them and see if we've got plenty of time to actually get these producing. Right, bring this round, and then we'll get the milk unloaded. So there we go. Unload our milk, and there we are. Time to get the cake making started. So I'm going to turn off bread production. We've only got 500 liters there, so we'll deactivate the bread production. We're going to activate the cake production, and away we go. Just a little bit more milk would be useful, and I might top that up with another amount. But yeah, the cakes are on their way. So the question you're thinking is, VF, if you've got what you've done today done, why haven't you finished the episode? Look at the state of this truck. People are always telling me to clean my truck, so let's do it. Let's get this nice and clean and sorted so that it's all shiny and raring to go next time. I think we're probably going to do a bit of water transport next time, get those done. We're going to have some tomatoes to sell next time as well. And yeah, we got the sunflowers, this big pile of sunflowers to sell, which is going to be a massive, massive payday for the farm. I did say earlier we were going to have a look at what was in the sales in the shops. There's an Axion 960, 920 in here for 127,000. That is a bargain for a 325 horsepower tractor. We don't have the money for it. We might have the money next time. If it's still there, we'll consider it. Maybe selling off another tractor, seeing as we have a lot of overlap between our tractors. Does this have anything on it like GPS? No. It is it's just a bog standard 920 for that price. Still a very, very good price, and I think that would be a good thing to consider right at the end here. And speaking of right at the end, this is where I'm going to leave this episode for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.